Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have seen the mesh analysis and node analysis. We have solved mesh analysis using Kirchhoff's voltage law, and we have solved node analysis by using Kirchhoff's current law. Now we know that mesh analysis will be applicable when voltage source is there. Consider this as a voltage and current, and this is a resistor. But what will happen? So instead of voltage source, if instead of voltage source there exists a current source, if instead of voltage source there exists a current source, we know that mesh analysis is solved by Kirchhoff's voltage law, and when there exists a current source, usually we have V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R, and when in between that mesh, if the current source is there, then mesh analysis failed to calculate the current flowing through that mesh. So in between in any mesh, if the current source is coming, in that case mesh analysis fails to calculate the analysis, that is current flowing through the circuit. So what is the solution for this? That we have to go for super mesh analysis. We have to go for super mesh analysis. Now if you see that the circuit is same as the previous examples that we have taken, only difference is that there exists a current in this current source in between, that is a 2 ampere current source. I can apply mesh analysis for this case, but I cannot apply mesh analysis in this loop, and I cannot apply mesh analysis in this loop because there exists a current source. So what we have to do is that we have to apply the super mesh analysis to calculate the value of I1, I2 and I3. I1 is current flowing through first loop, I2 is current flowing through second loop, I3 is current flowing through third loop. So what is that mesh analysis that we have to do, that we will see. First of all, the loop for which there do not exist, the loop for which there exists the current source. So now for this first loop, there is no current source in between. If I apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, there is no current source in between. So for this first loop, I can apply a mesh analysis, a simple mesh analysis, and we know that mesh analysis is solved by applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, and we will apply this Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 1. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 1 here. So what will happen? Now if you see that the current is flowing like this, so current is flowing from negative to positive, so the value of voltage source should be plus 50. Okay. Now this is what the plus 50 is there. Now I am coming at 10 ohm resistor. This 10 ohm resistor, V is equal to I into R. So it is given by V, voltage across 10 ohm plus voltage across 5 ohm. Okay. Now voltage across 10 ohm, V10 is equal to I into R. Current flowing through this 10 ohm resistor is given by I1 is flowing in this direction, and I2 is opposing this I1. So what will be the equation? I1 is opposed by I2, I1 minus I2, this is into value of resistor R, that is 10 ohm, plus voltage across 5 ohm. I1 is flowing in this direction, I1 is opposed by I3, so this will be I1 minus I3 into value of resistor is 5. This 50 volt source I am writing on this side. Okay, simplifying this equation gives you 10 I1 minus 10 I2 plus 5 I1 minus 5 I3 is equal to 50. I1 will get together. 10 I1 plus 5 I1 is 15 I1 minus 10 I1 minus 5 I1 minus 50 I3. It is I2 is also there. So 10 I1 plus, that is minus 10 I2, and I3, there is only one I3 is there, that is minus 5 I3 is equal to 50. This is the equation 1. Okay. Now when I apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to second loop, there exists a current source. So I cannot apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to second loop, or I cannot apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to third loop. So now you have to apply super mesh. super mesh analysis. And what is super mesh analysis is telling you that wherever, for which loop or for which line there exists the current source, you should skip that line. You should skip that line. So for time being, I am considering that this current source loop is open circuited. This current source loop is open circuited, and I will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 2 and 3 combined. So what we have to do is that we have to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 2 and combination of this. So Kirchhoff's voltage law is applied between this to this to this to this finally here. Okay. So I will start with this. Now what will happen here? 2 current flowing through 2 is 2I2 plus current flowing through this is 1I3. I will write this as I3 plus current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor. Now current flowing through this 5 ohm resistor 5. I1 is opposed by I3. I1 is opposed by I3 plus 10. Now in this case I2 is opposed by I1. I2 is opposed by I1. As for this whole loop, there is no voltage source, so this is 0. This is 0. So I will simplify this. So this is 2I2 plus I3 plus 5I1 minus 5I3 plus 10I2 minus 10I1 is equal to 0. Separating the terms, 5I1 minus 10I1, that is minus 5I1, 2I2 plus 10I2, that is 12I2, I3 minus 5I3 minus 4I3, minus 4I3. I think everything is corrected. This is your second. This is your second. Okay. Now what is remaining is that we have to apply the super mesh analysis for this case. And for this case, if you see that 2 ampere current source is there and 3 ohm resistor is there in between these two. So we have to apply, we cannot apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. So we only need what is the current flowing through the circuit. Into that circuit, I2 is flowing in this direction. I2 is flowing in this direction, and this I2 is opposed by I3. So how to write that? Current flowing through this 2 ohm resistor is I2, current flowing I2, which is opposed by I3. And what is that value of current is? It is defined by current source, that is 2 ampere. So finally, the third equation is becoming I2 minus I3 is equal to 2 ampere. Okay. So we have equation 1, we have equation 2, we have equation 3. Use the Cramer's law that we have studied in previous lectures, and using Cramer's law, solve this I1, value of I1, I2 and I3. You will get the value of I1 is 20 ampere, value of I1 is 20 ampere, value of I2 you are getting is 17.30, and I3 is given by 15.33 ampere. These are the three currents calculated using super mesh analysis. So what we have done in the super mesh analysis? Super mesh analysis is applicable when in the circuit when there exists a current source. In that case, current source, the Kirchhoff's voltage law. We cannot apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. So we have to apply first of all Kirchhoff's voltage law where there is no voltage source. Next, so we have applied the Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 1. We calculated the first equation. Now applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to second loop and third loop is not possible because there exists a current source. So for this case where there is a current source, that current source loop is skipped, and we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to the remaining loop, and we calculated the second equation. And third, we have to consider only loop that we skipped in the previous case and apply this current source, what is I2 minus I3. We are getting the current value of 2 ampere. This is your third equation. Apply Cramer's law and calculate the value of I1, I2 and I3. This is how the super mesh analysis is to be solved. This is how the super mesh analysis is to be solved. Okay. Now one more diagram, one more question is there. Here in this case also we have to calculate the value of I1, I2 and I3. We have to calculate the value of I1, I2 and I3. Now if you can see that there exists a current source in this circuit, So mesh analysis will fail in the circuit. Now we have to apply the super mesh analysis. So super mesh analysis, how we should solve? First of all, skip the loop which is having the current source and apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to rest of the loop. So apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 2 here. Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop 2. For this loop I am applying. Okay. The current is flowing from positive to negative. You can see that current is flowing from positive to negative. So the value of voltage source will be